Right, good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to Dream Career Talk Show. Today, it's a very special episode. It is the 75th episode of Dream Career Talk Show, which is also the Diamond Jubilee for Dream Career Talk Show. And we have some special guests. So, to celebrate the Diamond Jubilee, we have not one guest today, we have two special guests today with us and going to cover one of the most important topic that everyone thinks of in the job, in the career, or even in business, which is about wealth, which is about becoming financially fit. We all have either one or multiple sources of income. Many corporate professionals have usually single source of income. But how do you actually manage your finances? Where do you do the investments? What are the wealth habits to follow? And how to become financially fit? To learn more about wealth management and become financially fit, today's guest we have are Ankita Patel, who is a CS, and Drupad Patel, who is a CA, a great combination, and again, who are life partners as well, who will be sharing with us wealth habits which got success to many of their clients. So, to talk about Ankita, she comes from a small town called Snand, Nano Plant of
Sanand.
India, right? What was it?
Sanand.
Sanand.
Anand, thank you for correcting it. Right, it is also known as the Nano Plant of Tata. She is a mother of two daughters. She became CS in 2011 and started her own practice in 2012. She did a freelancing for rent agreement registration in BKC. She is also a top-rated chef at Gorp, an online home kitchen, a top-rated seller on Amazon for handicrafted products. She found her niche in wealth and started her own agency, mutual fund, and along with CS practice. To talk about Drupad, he's again a small town boy from Bardoli, Surat. Right? He is also known for his humor. He brings a lot of humor when he's around. And yes, Drupad became CA in November 2011 from Ahmedabad and started his dream career in Mumbai. He changed a couple of jobs and last worked at Sun Pharma, which is India's number one pharma company. In December 2018, he left the job and started his own practice with 5 lakhs FD in his hand. Now, today, if you talk about Drupad and Ankita, together they are running their own business with a 14 members team. Drupad, Ankita, welcome to Diamond Jubilee episode of Dream Career Talk Show. And I'm super excited to have you both here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Fatah sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much for inviting us and giving us the chance to help the same guys. We are like we are past of us, or some of like we are that same level also. We are really excited to help them.
And congratulations to you for the 75th.
75th talk show.
Yeah.
It's a great achievement.
Thank you. And of course, I wanted this to be a very special topic. And one of the biggest challenge that all of us face, right, be it corporate professionals or be it entrepreneurs, about finances, right, becoming financially fit. Now, you have done it for yourself and you have guided a lot of people in this particular
Yes.
space. So, today, before we talk about how you are guiding people and what people can do, let's start with your journeys, right? I would start with Ankita.
Hmm.
Okay.
नहीं, कोई ना
Ankita?
Yes, yes. I think some
Some
internet.
network
Some
issue.
technical
Yeah.
glitch. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. So
Yes.
it always happens. So let's start with Ankita. Ankita, how did you get started in your career? Because in your journey, if I see you just started directly with business, right? So how did you get
Yeah.
started with your CS practice? And was it accidental? Was it something that you're passionate about from beginning?
No. No. So in 2011, I just passed out this CS, and after that, in 2012, I got married. Till that, I was doing after completing internship and all, I was doing job under PCS. So that moment, the firm in Ahmedabad, so I have seen that how they are working, how they are doing practice and all. And after marriage, I shifted to the Mumbai. Mumbai is a totally new city for me. And in the starting period, I tried to find out some job, but it was too much difficult for me to, I don't know why, but it's around 4 5 months I started I find out to job. After that, I joined. I went to some place of Drupad's uncle's office in the BKC, and there I had started registration work, that leave and license registration work and all. Though I am a CS, but still I want to start something, because in the new city no one is knowing me, and so for me to start a practice, it was quite difficult at that time. But still I was going there from Mira Road to BKC. It was a toughest task for me also, because I am not a Mumbaikar to travel in the local train. Usually I don't know, or it's quite toughest thing. But still I started somehow, and step by step, I got the clients, new clients, and after that, a lot of hurdles are also there at that time. Uh, After that, still I was not happy, or means I was not getting that much client. And in between that, I got an opportunity in one corporate. There I worked for 1.5 month. My boss was like, you have to come at night, you have to go at after completing your work. At home also you have to complete, and tomorrow at sharp 9 you have to reach in the office.
So she was like 6:30. She's leaving the office. She's coming to home. She's cooking the food, and again she start the work. She's working till late night, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and again in the morning 9 o'clock she has to reach to the office for the doing the same work.
So it was a big brand, a big brand. So I don't want to let that job, but somehow I tried to manage 1.5 month. But after that, I decided that I seen that long future, because corporate, in that corporate, most of the places are working in that way only. So today I'm a single. In future, if I'll have a kids, then how will I manage? So that day decided, I had decided that now this is not my cup of tea, or I'm not going to, or I'm not made for this. That moment I started my own practice again with the rapid force. Earlier I was doing just that, I'm doing something like that I want to do. But after that, I decided to know, this is the thing, this is the goal, I have to reach here and I have to do this. And after that, one by one client, and a lot of clients were there, and I was doing tremendous before my first delivery. And when I so there are speed breakers, and it's a part and parcel of the life. So after that, after 2.5 years, my kid was born. After that, slowly, things were running again.
All right, there is a technical glitch, so we'll wait for Ankita and Drupad to join us. But then let me tell you all, right? When you see somebody from the beginning of the career, right, showing that courage, it's never easy, right? While you are going for a job, and within 1.5 months, you deciding, right, that you are going to take it from there. Okay. Ashik, sound is not coming. Okay, there should be some technical challenge. But yeah, what I was talking about is it takes a lot of courage to start your own business. And Ankita and Drupad, right, today doing big business. But the way Ankita started by showing the courage, which changed the entire game for her, right? So it always requires a lot of courage when you have to do certain things of your own. And also, as Ankita said, she started looking at the future. So whenever you are doing something, it's very important for you to also look at from the future point of view, right? Always look at from long term when you are building anything, right? Especially when you it comes to your career. A lot of people get confused between job and career. Job is what you do for short term, but career is something that you do for long term. It's a long term endeavor. And what Ankita looked at was career. Because if she would have looked at only job, then she would have been stuck in the job and wouldn't have grown to the level she has grown today. But she looked at her entire career and where does she get started. So, Ankita, Drupad, welcome back again. I
Yes.
know
Yeah.
technical challenges are always there. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So roadblocks are in any situation, any work or anywhere. It's how you deal with that. That is the important thing.
Right. Yeah.
So after that, my second kid was born, and till that, Drupad was in a job. So I was alone handling all of the work. And between middle of that period in 2017, 18, 19, we were in the urban club. That boost our practice rapidly. And after that, Drupad left the job.
So when we were on Urban Club, we were top rated chartered accountants and company secretary in the Mumbai. Around almost more than 200 reviews we got around,
Yeah,
and we got a rating of 4.89 something rating was
yeah,
there
well, that.
at that time. But after
Wow.
that, that category was removed because it's against the CA ethics and all. So, but by that time we reached to some level where Ankita was like, "Ki, now I can't handle. Now you have to leave the job."
Mhm.
And Ankita, you continue your story, then I
Yeah.
will start with my story.
Yeah. So I was in that position that either I have to say no to clients, or two things I was seriously measuring that Drupad is not able to give a time to the family, and Drupad was not able to give the time. Even his health issues also, because of the his whole working schedules 9 to 10, or there is no time limit for that working style. So but somehow in between, we had decided that no, now you have to choose one thing: either you go in the corporate, you stay in the corporate. So I will manage my own clients, and I will take up the work up to my limit, or up to how much I can handle, or else you quit the job and you join with me, and we can grow together. So that was the moment. So that time, situation was like what to do, not to do, what to do, not to do. But the bold decision he took, we had that time some amount of FDs. We thought that let's keep such some amount, so that in future next 6 7 months, we will not be in a trouble, or we need not to go for any other things or like that. And but thanks to the God, we don't need to touch that amount also. That after quitting his job, if your intention is good, and if you are going providing a quality services now, then God is also helping you. So the same way God was helping us, and not a single day or not a single month it was like that कि काम नहीं है, या क्या करेंगे, या how we will manage the payments and all. And from that day it was like started like zoom. So again and again we are achieving milestones after that.
Great. That's
So
amazing.
that
Now
was
let's hear. Yeah.
yeah,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead, Ankita.
Yep. This is my story.
Okay. So let's hear from Drupad. How did he move from that job, and what are the feelings that were going through him? And then he got into business, right? So your journey, and of course, like also understanding from you, was it something that you chose to do, right? CA, or was it something that came to
Yes.
you? Right? So getting from that, we want to understand from you, like how did this get started with you?
Okay. So actually, I want to pursue science stream when I clear the 10th standard. In my hometown, I'm from Bardoli. So Bardoli is the place where the Bardoli Satyagraha was happened, done by Mr. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So in that, it's a very small town. That is a very small, very limited people are there. So at that time, I got a 78%. And in our Bardoli, it is like whoever is getting more than 60%, they choose the science stream. But my father was on the one leg. He said, "You have to choose commerce stream only." Because one of the reason he don't like my friends, he because of your friends, you will not able to clear your 12th standard and all. Then I was very angry on that, my father. Ki, now I will show ki what mistake you have did it. And on the 11th standard, I was like a gunda boy. who is teasing the girls and not doing the things. And I literally do the kapli. I don't know what it is saying into the other was. It's a cheat, small cheat. We took the into the exam, right? So then we hold into fixing the face
Copying
and
in
all.
exams, yeah.
Yeah, so much. So my even my this pad, I have a one aluminum pad. I write down all the things in the pencil there and do the exam and all. But since in the 12th somehow I got onto the track and I clear my 12th, and after that I moved to the Ahmedabad. So my percentage in the 12th is was not much, only 74% was there. And when I went to Ahmedabad, I was not getting admission into English medium. So because of my low percentage, then I somehow luckily I have filled one form in the HL college. HL is the Gujarat's #1 college, and there in the Gujarati medium I got the admission, and they also have the hostel. So I took the admission. I went to there and started living in the hostel and all. But this hostel has only around 10 students who are from the Gujarati medium. Rest of the students are from the English medium, and everyone is doing CA. It's like वो 3 Idiots में बोलते हैं ना रेस लगी पड़ी है, everyone is doing CA. And I was like कि मेरा my percentage is very low. I'm not able to do this. मतलब I can't do CA. That was my thought at that time, and I didn't started CA at all. FY become SY become. I just chill. I just do the time pass and just doing only the I was not even entering into the college. Simply sitting outside the college doing the masti and all. And in the TY BCom, everyone was rushing to the some form application and all. Then I just asked, yeah, where are you going? So they're saying some new scheme is coming into CA, and we have to just give the exam, like we have to tick like ABCDs. There is a multiple choice question, and stage 1 is like that. So I was like, yeah, sab log kar rahe, let me do also. So somehow words flow mein I did that. एंड यू वोंट बिलीव जनरली सीए एग्जाम में 30% से ज्यादा रिटर्न्स रिटर्न्स क्या वो वेल्थ में आ गए तो रिटर्न्स ही वर्ड याद आ सो रिजल्ट्स जो आता है ना रिजल्ट इज ऑन इन दैट अटेम्प्ट सीएससीपीटी 2006 आई स्टिल रिमेंबर रिजल्ट वाज 66% रिजल्ट. So I was always saying that to make me pass, God has made a result of 66%. That's why I'm a blessed child. So then this CA journey was started. This is how it is started. I never thought I could do the CA. I never, the people around me were like that. So I just moved with the flow. And then one attempt, and in the final also I got one attempt, and it got clear. And this is how CA journey started. But after becoming CA, one thing was attracting me too much, and it was attracting me so high that everywhere I am looking now, my eyes is only looking into the Mumbai. Don't know why. I'm from Ahmedabad. I did a CA from Ahmedabad, but हर जगह से मुझे मुंबई ही दिखता था. At that time also there is a come to back 7 movies were there that is based on the Mumbai. The Wednesday, the Mumbai Wake Up Seat, and there are so many movies at the same time. 7 movies were there which is talking about Bombay. Metro. I met 2 person who is also talking about Bombay. Bombay is like this, Bombay is like that, and I was getting attracted to this. And as soon as I become CA, I got a call from a uncle who never met me, but he come to know that Drupad become CA, and he called me to the Bombay. He please come to the Bombay. I have a job for you. And this is how the corporate career started in the Bombay. And then I did 1 job, 2 job, third, fourth. I think fourth was Sun Pharma. And when I joined the Sun Pharma, at that time, it is like a #1 company and like a dream come true. I was living in the heaven. So whenever I see the Sun House in the Goregaon, I was always admiring, yaar, ye company mein job mil jaye to badhiya ho jaye, like in the earlier time. And now finally I am there. I am working in the same building where I was looking when I was passing there, and I was looking that building, and I'm working in the same company. But after soon joining the Sun Pharma, I felt like this corporate is the same everywhere. Whether it is a Sun Pharma, whether it's my previous company, or even a previous company, whole culture is same. And then somehow I do disliking the job. Agar #1 company is also like that, then what is the sense of working over here? And side by side, slowly, some work which I started. So it's like I will tell the simply things. I got a consultancy where I have to go to that company in the morning 9 o'clock, 9 to 10:30, And then my Sun Pharma time was a flexible timing, so we have to complete 8:30 hours. That's it. So I used to reach to Sun Pharma around 11 o'clock, maybe many times 11:30 and all. So I complete my consultancy there, and then I go to the Sun Pharma. So this is how I started. Alongside the job, I started earning some chunks of money. I think they were
Backup
backup
started
started.
actually.
And I grow that practice at least. Because in the morning time I was wasting anyways, because Sun Pharma generally my team was coming at around 10:30. So there is no sense of reaching there 9 o'clock. So I was utilizing that time for some another work and earning the extra income. And uh, and side by side this urban club was also started. So it was that life was like that ki Ankita in the morning to evening, Ankita grabs the clients. In the evening when I reach to the home, I work on that clients, because Ankita is from CS background and I am a chartered accountant. So whatever, if you want to file a return, then I know better than Ankita. So somehow she grab the clients. In the evening, I do the work. I explain Ankita, you have to talk to this. This is the things. This is the things we more need to complete the ITR. And next day I'm going to the office. And in the daytime, Ankita managed this talk with the all guys and clearing the returns and all. And and from there we on I think on July month, Ankita said, now this is enough. I can't manage this way. Because she is this is not her forte. Still she is managing, still she is talking to the people, still she is explaining the people, but flow of the lead was so high that she was not able to manage it. So she said, either you leave the job, otherwise I am turning off the button of Urban Club. And I was like, no, you will not turn off the button of Urban Club. We will continue the Urban Club. मैं job छोड़ रहा हूँ ना, I will leave the job. Again, it is a very tough decision, because Sun Pharma जैसी job छोड़नी है. I talked to my mom. She said, why? मतलब she is like, she was very happy कि Sun Pharma इतना number 1 company है. Why you want to leave and all? But somehow conviction was strong. And in the August or September, I think September, 7 September was the day I gave the resignation. 90 days. So 90 days was the this time notice pay was there, 90 days. So I said 7 September I will complete by, and I left the job by 4th December. 4th December was my last day. 4th December 2018 was the last day. And from there this entrepreneur roller coaster journey started.
Great. Interesting to know this.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Ankita.
So for me to start CA, the thing was like that. I got a distinction in a BCom, and but I don't want to do much bigger, because see, to pursue MBA we need rupees in a lakhs, and my dad has a money in a lakhs for my wedding only. Either they can provide that for the education or for the wedding, but also I have not that much guts कि हाँ I can do CA also, or I don't that's how one of my friend came that I had joined CS. No, what क्या होता है, and how much fees and how much year. The fees इतना सही है, and within 2 years you can close and you can complete. So that's how I had decided. But later on, when it comes in a profession, then a lot of things are only CS things are not related to work, but a lot of things are included, even though I was not CA. But the way I was managing CA client, even a lot of clients are today also they are like that कि ये madam CA है. And after that, wealth niche, it came in our picture like that कि when we were managing ITRs and all of this for the clients, so that time we had seen that people are having a handsome of incomes, but when we talk with them, so they don't have that much income, that much investments, savings, even not even properties. People having a crore rupees salary, but still they are not having a own house, or not having a property or enough portfolio or nothing like that. And after that, we had started to give them advices and all, but when they came to us next time, so story was like different. So that's how we started.
So basically we started with the so little bit background में जाऊंगा वापस से. So when I was in 2005, I was a class second in the Gujarati medium classes, And in the SY BCom, in the starting first month when I had not converted to English medium, our economics teacher came and asked the question, what is mutual fund? And
Hmm.
I was like, matlab, not asked to me, but to the person who was the class number one. She asked her, he don't know. Then she asked, who is the second? Then I raised the hand. मतलब अपने को तो मतलब सेकंड आया था तो फटाक से हाथ ऊपर कर दिया, व्हाट इज द म्यूचुअल फंड? एंड आई वाज लाइक, I don't know. In the 2006, huh? And then
Hmm.
sorry, five. Then I said कि भाई ये जानना पड़ेगा ये है क्या. Then we went to somewhere and we got the information of mutual fund. And in the 2006, we started our first SIP of rupees 500 rupees. Along with my hostel friends, we did total 4,500 rupees of SIP at that time. My father used to give me 3,000 rupees. Out of that 500 rupees, I am doing the SIP. And this is how we started our journey of SIP. So still from that time onwards, I know the what is mutual fund, how it is working. At that time, it was very difficult to invest into mutual fund. Still, I know everything. So I was solving this problem for myself since this 2006. But we are not suggesting to client, but just looking like a salesy and all. But one client came to me and she asked me, Ki, I want to save the tax, what to do? So I advise her, Ki, you buy this mutual fund. The mutual fund name was at that time was Axis Long Term Equity Mutual Fund. That was a best performing mutual fund. Even till it is now very good tax saver fund. So I give her a cheat mentioning that this is the fund you have to buy. Then she asked the next question, Drupad, where should I go? Then I said, all the bank branches are the agent of the mutual fund. They will help you. Then she went to maybe Shayad Axis Bank. She went to, I don't know the name of the bank exactly. And she went there and they have given her, said ki this is not a good fund, this is a very bad fund, you ma'am, you buy Bajaj Allianz life insurance policy. And I was not aware about this. When I advised into March month, and she came for us in the filing of the return in the July month. So when July month she came, we checked the investment. We see you cannot hide anything from CA. So when she came,
Right.
we see कि this is Bajaj Allianz policy. I said, ma'am, why you bought a Bajaj Allianz policy? I told you to buy Axis long-term mutual fund, right? No, bank people has says कि this is the better than the Axis long-term mutual fund. And then I was like, कि should client approach me? I given the advice also, but because I don't have a platform, I let her go to the someone else who are not a people, good people or like that. Then we decided let us have agency on this, and we took the agency of these things matlab, in the Ankita's things, and this is how we
I
started.
can definitely relate. I
Yes,
Yeah.
can relate to this because a lot of corporate professionals, even if you give advice, we don't know like where to go, right? And that is
yeah,
where a lot of us may not get started as well, right? And if they
right,
get started, sometimes in the wrong hands, going through the wrong advice, and then completely going in a different direction. Yeah.
correct.
True. True.
So now I'll ask you something personal here, okay? Now we have been talking professional. Uh, we see a lot of doctors get married to doctors, a lot of engineers getting married to engineers. Was it a planned one when a CS gets married to CA? And how helpful it is when you are building your business and other things when you are from the same professions?
So there is another story between, I didn't say this. When I started CA, I cleared the CPT in the first go, and one of my friend, he's a Karthik, and one of the another friend is a Vishal. Both said me, Drupad, you can do CA also, and you have a tremendous capacity to clear the exam and all. And Karthik was the friend who bring me to the CS things. So he is saying he is a senior to me. He already cleared the stage 2 of CA and he was pursuing CS course. He forced me to take admission into CS course, and I gave the exam. Before I gave the exam of the CA second stage, I gave the exam of a CS second stage, and I got clear in the first try. So I was the only student in my class of CA class who has done CA inter before giving the CS inter before giving the CA inter, and I was very famous
Hmm.
because of that. And Ankita was just starting this course, what to read, what not to read. And one of my common friend from my class has connected. That's Malvi. Her name was is Malvi. She gave my number to Ankita. He's the guy. He has cleared the CS inter. He can help you. What he has read and all, and that's how we got connected.
Okay.
So from Sanand, I was that time first person who is appearing for the CS. So for me, it was like, and books are companies laws. Books are like this much big. So I was looking after the book, and I was thinking that how I will clear this. So somehow that day I connected with Malvi, and she suggested me that you talk with this guy, and he will help you with this. So after that story started. We had a call for that how to clear and what to do and all, and after that 1.5 year we didn't met with each other also. That was a different story, long story. And after that we met at one
So
event.
we got we discussed on a call in the December 2008, and we first met into the March 2010. Till that we never met. We always talk on a call how to. I was always helping Ankita how to, what to do, what not to do, and all. And our
Mhm.
real story started after that. Then once we met, then it's go on, and we are here. This
Okay.
is now
So
I'm
this
answering
was
your. Huh?
this was not planned from the professional life point of view. This was accidental,
Mhm.
and this was something which was
Yes,
on a
Yes,
yes,
different
yes,
angle altogether. But yes,
yes.
of course, after CA and CS met together, now this company is also formed. So
correct.
different people joining from same professions and getting married also helps, right? So that is
Right.
True.
one thing. And I've seen a lot of people, like one person taking up the responsibility of maybe like going for a job, right? Because this is also like one of the strategies. So was this something that you planned as a strategy where one stays in the job and then one picks up a business, or was it something again which happened accidental?
No, it is not. It was not
No,
a plan.
not that much plan, but later on. So earlier, when we entered in the Mumbai, so Drupad was already doing job, and I want to do something. I don't want to sit at home. So I started this job, and after that, practice and all. So that time it was like that. So one important thing I would like to share here to the all the corporate persons, that if two people are working, then you should have one person's earning in an investment. So that's
Hmm.
how we were doing.
Yeah.
So my whole income initially we had started from the scratch, so we don't have that much enough money, but later on 1.5 year we had decided that if we will go with this way, then what will be in our hand after 5 year 10 years, because this will be not our ultimate goal. So that moment what we had decided that whatever you earn we will spend, or it will be for our expenses and routine life, and whatever I will earn, so we will keep in a separate way. It's not like my or yours, or it's yours or mine, but that much amount we want to save. So that's how we started the income. So if one person is earning or one person is in a job, then one person can leave the business, or can start the business, or can leave the job. So that strategy also works a good way, in a good way. So and from that amount, token amount, we bought a house in Ahmedabad in
16.
2016.
No, 15.
15, huh? So that strategy is, I must say that even today also, we were like that कि कुछ तो amount अभी हमारा, we both are in a business. So it was like that, it's your salary and we are investing. So we are paying salary to ourselves, and we are investing in ourselves. Means day by day we are increasing that portfolio, and when a chunk of big amount creates after the investment of the 2 3 years, then we invest, or we buy some big amount, or we buy or we invest in a house, or some immovable properties, or like that way. But definitely 2% should earn in a house.
Okay, so when you spoke about when two people are earning, one can actually one salary can go into investments, right?
Right.
When in terms of
Yes.
investment, one of the biggest investment people do is home, right? So when you are looking at home loans, there are different opinions given by different people. So should you go for a home loan which is like a combined payment that is happening from both the accounts, salaries, or should we look at something which is like individual investing? And at what stage should people invest in home loans? Because in corporate, especially, what I've seen is as soon as they join into a company, they are looking at loans, right? First thing is home loan, second thing car loan, and all the money is going out there. So how should they plan and how should they get started here?
So I will say ये mistake मैंने की है. What you are saying na Fatah, that's the same mistake I did. I learned from my dad and my big brother, if bank is giving you loan, take a loan even if you need or not. This is what I was. Okay, so whenever I got a loan, so not even my loan, even my relative Ankita's brothers getting loan at 11%, 12% from the HDFC credit card, I took a loan from that. I keep investing somewhere else. मतलब 12% में loan मिलता था. I invested somewhere in 18% and that money has got blocked. Till today it is blocked.
Yes.
And another thing, if you immediately starting your career, you are getting into loan, then you are a part of the rat race, which Robert Kiyosaki is always telling you into the Rich Dad Poor Dad book, that you don't fall into this trap. As soon as you take a loan, you are now employee of the bank. You are working for the bank, interest and all. So my advice into this, it is a little bit different. I will say, first you settle down, get a good amount of income, reach to that level. Till that you do invest all the things. So our Fatah sir, our one of the funda of the investment is that ki whatever you are earning, let us say your income is a 1 lakh rupees. Okay, out of that, list down what is your basic need. For example, if you are living into city of like Bombay, one of the basic need is the rent of the house. Second is a running expense of the house, maid ka expense, milk expense and everything. If you make a list of these things, then this will come around 50,000, 60,000. So this is your basic need. I will say this is a basic. So from 1 lakh rupees, this basic, whatever it is there, usko remove kar do. Apart from them, there, whatever is remaining, you invest into the investment into the mutual fund. Technically equity mutual fund ही मैं बोलूंगा और कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा. And now see, after 3 years, 4 years, whatever the profits is there, from there you start buying whatever you want to pursue. For say आपको केरल घूमने जाना है, you just do investment, whatever the profit is there, go from that profit. Not, don't touch your principal income. Principal, let it be. जो भी आपका 40,000 is there, 40,000 is the income per month, which is you have earned after giving your 12 hours a day, है ना? Don't touch it, keep it into investment. Whatever the gain you are getting, go from there. You want to buy iPhone, that's fine, no issue, you buy iPhone, I'm not against that, but I will say buy it from profit, not from your primary income. So salary is your primary income. Primary income को investment करना है and only basic expense करना है. So I will say don't buy a house in the starting of your career. Reach to the some good level, 35 around 30, not even 30 में भी कुछ समझता नहीं है. 35 तक तो आपको फाइनेंस के पूरे फंडे भी समझ जाएंगे मोटा मोटी. Then you plan your house, and which is we are also doing the same way. We bought a house in 2015, I guess, but that was a house
for the investment actually.
That's a investment, and that's a calculated investment, which was an underrated price. Matlab, market rate is, let us say, 7,000 per square feet. We bought it at a 5,000 per square feet. So definitely profit margin was there. So we bought at 28 lakhs, and from the day one, we are getting a rent of 13,500. So this rental yield is also very much important when you're buying a house. So we check that rental yield is there, our all the parameters were matching, and that's why we invested there. So till that, don't buy your dream house. For dream house, wait till 35. Then make a plan. That will be a big house. It will be a great house, not even a big house. It is a great house you will going to buy.
So till today we are not buy that dream house. So we are going to buy within 1 year.
Maybe 1 or max 2 years we are buying our dream house, because now we are into that. And again, no much loan. Please don't buy a loan. Don't buy a house with the bigger loan. Like some people are that they are buying a house of 2 crore and only have a 10 lakhs 20 lakhs in their hand and taking a loan of 1.8 crore and all. Don't do that. Never. If you are doing that, then please understand, आपको कितना भी pressure रहेगा job में, you have to work. You can't say no to your job. You can't even leave the job. You will always live in the fear कि whether it's वो बोलते हैं ना कि always love to your work, don't love to your company, because you never know when your company stop loving you. So you always live
Absolutely.
into that fear. So I will advise कि घर वाला डिसीजन बाद में रखो. Do good in amount of investment, because anyways mutual fund is getting 12% of return, which is growing high at the higher rate than the real estate. So why not to go with this?
Yeah, I
And
think very
people are
important tip there. Hmm.
Yeah, people are also thinking that in the initial years, like 20 or 22, अभी तो मजे करने के दिन है or like that. So when I started earning ना, so actually I was in FI BCom and I started tuition classes and all. So from that day, my dad gave me that you handle your money. I don't want your money. So
Hmm.
from that day, I had started to invest in some of the products or somewhere or some like that. So that years taught me that it's not time to waste the money, because see, in the initial period you don't have that much liability. Till marriage you don't have that much liability because your basics are taken care by your parents. And after marriage, the whatever amount you will have, that chunk, that you can have that much amount for your marriage or not. I will also not advise to do that much big grand marriage, but that period is very crucial that you can create a big amount of investment. After that, your income will dilute it for some, or some extra expenses will also come. Again, that period you can even start or keep investing. After that, having a kid, it will be a unavoidable expenses for certain period. Even education in a today's date, education is very costly, very costly. So from that period, it will be not easy, that much easy, that when you are earning in a when you are single. So that may priorities may be different. So people are thinking na that अभी तो मजे करते हैं ना, बाद में करते हैं ना, अभी तो पापा है ना. So that mindset is totally wrong. You have to start from the when you are starting the earning, you have to start investing from that day only.
Right, absolutely agree with you. And I think that's where, as the Drupad also said, right, becoming slave for your company. If you want to become slave for your employer, then start taking as many loans as you want so that you
Yes,
stay stuck there. Right. And
right.
one of the big challenge with people at the age of 35 and all, what I have seen is they now start doing multiple investments, right? They go with multiple properties, like I want rental from this, rental from that, because their salaries are huge. So they put everything into into their loans, especially the home loans, right? Multiple properties, and their most of their income is going there. 80% of their income goes there. So how do they manage it? Like if they have to grow their income, or where do they invest in this particular age?
So I will say again, the answer to this question is only one answer, and it's a mutual fund. Even I am against the investment of in a stock, direct stock, and there is a specific reason behind that. When you invest into the direct stock, na, your mind is not stable. Every time in the morning you will see what is the price of the Reliance share, what is the price of the Adani share. Okay, and as soon as some high price is there and some bad news is coming, now you will sell that share immediately. So technically you lose the opportunity to create a wealth. For example, in the COVID time, Bajaj Finance was available at only 1850 rupees. Okay, and last it was trading around, I don't remember exactly, but it was a 7,800 rupees it has touched. But what is the human psychology is that I bought at 18,000, 1800. Okay, when it will become a 3,600, na,
Yes,
my mind will start thinking, oh, this much profit, it's very good.
double.
I double the money in the 6 month, and they will sell it out easily, because they don't have enough reading ki this share has a chance to go to the 7,800. Even there is a icer motors, that is a Royal
Royal
Enfield.
Enfield.
It was in the 2000 around 100 rupees, 200 rupees, and now it is around 30,000 rupees. So why it is so? Even if this become a 30,000, but I'm telling you, no retailer, rarely कोई retailer ऐसा होगा who has hold this share from 100 to 30,000. Because of our psychology, we will sell this share, and when you are selling it, you lose the opportunity to create the wealth. Simple, it is as simple as it is. So that's why I always always advise, don't invest directly into the stock market, because we don't have enough time to read the story. we,
Patience
pa-
also.
we don't have enough time to read the news channel and all. Okay, you don't know when something is happening to your market and all. We don't have enough research on the share. We don't even enough knowledge कि EPS क्या होता है, PE क्या होता है, what is the PEG, Nifty PE क्या होता है. Everyone is saying कि 62,000 market is very high, market is very high, but it's not high. PE is only 22. So when Nifty PE is only 22, that means market is not high. When Nifty PE is more than 330, then you can say market is on high note. But these things don't know, people don't know. So I will advise कि don't go, even crypto में तो जाओ ही मत. फिक्स है, मैं पहले से अगेंस्ट हूँ क्रिप्टो में. So many questions asked to me for my from my client, sir, why you are against crypto? I simply said, yaar, see, if you invest into Reliance share, you know there is a factory in Jamnagar, you know there is something in BKC, you know there is something, so many plants are there, you can see by your eyes. When you are investing into crypto, what you can see, you don't even know कि ये पैसे कहाँ जा रहे हैं, where this money is going, don't know. What they will do with this money, you also don't know. And what will happen if something has happened, you don't have any strategy to go with the crypto. So that's why I am against also crypto. Stock because of I explained this reason. So I know some कुछ लोगों को ऐसा लगता है यार, मतलब क्या होता है, 25 की एज इज लाइक उबलता खून, दे वांट टू टेक बिग रिस्क. आई विल से डोंट डू any foolish action. Simply invest into equity mutual fund, small cap, mid cap, enough hai. Don't go with the large cap, I am okay. Go with the small cap, large cap, sorry, even small cap, mid cap, and do the SIP. Whatever I said ना कि primary income में से basic income निकाल दो, basic expense निकाल दो, whatever is remaining you invest into mutual fund straight away. Even if your age is 25, 30, 35, 40, whatever it is, keep the same strategy. Within 5 years you will reach to a very good position for the any apart from any, मतलब if you are investing into stock, it will be better than this. Mutual fund is always beating the stock because of our psychology.
And the question which you had asked, na, that ki, to have a 2 3 bar house and all. So I have seen many clients also and many persons also that in the Corona period, it was like though people are having a handsome income, they are professional or they are running their business and they had taken the houses and on the loans, but it was very difficult for them to survive in that period. Suppose in case of any recession will come, then how will you pay that loans, if multiple loans? So it will be tough situation. And housing or that commercial property, still you can go for the investment, but not the this
House property.
house property. So for your own stay you can have a one house, but for the investment or for the return, commercial is still better.
So basically we advise that you go for a one house. We always need a one house, okay, but don't go for a second house. That time is gone. In our father's time it was there कि you buy a house, your value will become double, triple, four time, that's okay. Now there is no chance because price are already staturized at some level. Now there is no more hope of becoming that much of value. Because if you Fatah sir, if you know, if you are taking a loan of 20 years, actually you are paying over the period of 20 years, you are paying the more than the house you have taken it. So for
Interest.
example, interest of portion is more than the house value. So let us say अगर 20 साल में आपकी प्राइस की हाउस की प्राइस is not becoming double, then you are at a loss then. And I
Right.
didn't consider the alternate investment return from the mutual fund, which is growing at a 12% around.
Exactly. And especially during recession and all, if the house is vacant, then you don't get the rental income, right? You're
Yeah,
paying everything.
Yes.
simple.
And I see even in post and all, Ankita talking about wealthy habits that can help people to become financially fit and get some early retirements or stress-free retirements. So, can you cover some of the wealthy habits, right, that people can follow so that they can become financially fit?
Yeah. So, what I have observed or I have seen that many people, either people having a lot of money or either people don't have money. Two kind of people are there. So, it's a one kind of excuse that I don't have money to invest. But it's not like that. If you really wants to invest or if you really want to create a wealthy empire, then there are always a ways. Suppose like if we'll talk about ourselves. So as and when we go for the any traveling, any, suppose if we went for Kerala, then 80 90,000 was the budget. So we invested 50,000, 40 to 50, so minimum 50%. Suppose if amounts are more than 60 70,000 or 80,000, or if below 50,000, then the same amount we invest first, and after that we went for the holidays. So any holiday, in that also you can plan in that way. Suppose if you are going some places where you don't need to stay in a hotel, or you are just going for the sleeping, so there you don't need to buy that much five-star hotel. That amount you can invest over there. Like that way, suppose if you are going in a mall or anywhere, you are shopping, you are doing shopping. So in the cheat, it was mentioned that you saved or the discount
You save
amount and all.
30% money. You save
Yes,
3,000 today. Yeah.
you saved 3,000. So put that amount in an investment. 3,000, because at a time of purchasing 5,000, 10,000, or 15,000, you were not thinking. But for investing 2,000, 3,000, you are thinking. But if you will create a habit, suppose if you have to go somewhere by flight, but somehow you have some time and you are choosing, or you are going with some other with that by train, the amount whatever you have saved, invest it. Anywhere you are thinking na that you are getting some extra money, or in our case also like a habit. Suppose if you are in a profession, if you are doing some businesses, so in businesses I have seen that in initially, or in our business also, like whatever amount you are putting, it is going down. It means it is pouring, only pouring. But if, see, you have to book a profit. It's a common thing that you have to book a profit means you have to take out some profit from the business and you have to invest somewhere. Because if business will go down, then your whole amount will go down. So that amount, separate amount should be there. So from that business also, you have to start having a habit like that, कि एक client बड़ा है 10,000 का, तो 1,000 start doing SIP. So that habit is actually.
So I will advise in a wealthy habit, one thing I will summarize isko, ki one is that whenever you are traveling, make a budget. Let us say you have a budget of 1 lakh rupees. So now two things will become: either you invest 1 plus 1, matlab 1 lakh investment and 1 lakh is the traveling. So your total traveling cost is 2 lakh rupees. Either you do it this way, or reverse the way, your total budget is still 1 lakh rupees,
Manage in that.
manage into 50,000. Okay, we can find the room at 2,000, we can find the room at 10,000 also. Manage into 50,000 and invest the 50,000 into the mutual fund. Simple as it is. This is our first habit, and we are still continuing. Last year almost we did 9 travel, more than 9 to 10 time travel, and every time we invested money into the mutual fund. So in Uday, when recently we went to Udaipur, we invested around 54,000 into the mutual fund before going to the Udaipur, because I was knowing this much of expense is going to happen. So someone is asking how much your Udaipur trip cost. So I will say 1 lakh rupees, because 54 I had invested, which I will use that money after, when I will reach to the age of 50. From the profit of this 54,000, I will go again to the Udaipur. So we are not, just the thing is that we don't need to waste the opportunity. Second, Ankita already said that whatever you see in your chit, 3,000 rupees saved, immediately do the investment in the mutual fund. You can start investment in the mutual fund by 10 rupees. Boy, if someone is not knowing, you can start investment from the 10 rupees only. Navi mutual fund recently launched कि आप 10 रुपए से भी इन्वेस्टमेंट कर सकते हो. सो वट एवर यू सेव, आप चाय का पैसा भी बचा ले तो डाल दो यार, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. 10 रुपए पैसा तो पैसा है ना. मनी इज मनी. Every two, so one is you are working for money, and your money is also working for you, and that is what the most important thing is. That so when that money will grow, definitely one time will be there, you are, even if you are not working, your money will work for you. And that's the thing. We always advise to our clients, even everyone which is in our nearby area, we force them to do this.
So I have two daughters actually. So थोड़ा वो समाज, मतलब वो religious रहता है ना कि लड़का होना चाहिए, लड़का. So I was like that कि my investment is my लड़का, मतलब मेरा investment जो है वो मेरा लड़का बनेगा. So have your original child, your original kid will take care of your old age, that you never know. They will do, but create another child who will definitely take care your investment. So you have to plan your retirement from today only, before having your original, means your own kid. So that's how we had
Right.
actually started.
And Fatah sir, one more habit we have seen in our clients. So we are filing more than 500 returns of the salaried people, and we observe that they have so big salaries, too big salary. Both the person are working very, earning very good salary, but
In
they are not
crores.
doing the investment
In
enough.
crores.
In crores also, they are not doing the investment. They are just wasting the money like anything. When I'm asking you what is your so if your income is more than 50 lakhs, na, then you have to declare your asset. When we are asking this question na, उनकी असेट देख के हमें शर्म आती है यार, हाउ दे आर अर्निंग मोर देन 50 लाख रुपीस एंड दे डोंट इवन दिस मच ऑफ assets also in their hand. What they will do after 60, god knows. So thing is that कि my father was in a government job, तो उनको तो पेंशन आने वाला था, so he is
Mm-hmm.
secured. What about these people? They are working in a private organization. Who is going to take care for their pension? God knows. And for that reason they has to wake up and start investing from now, even if they are at the age of 40, 45, whatever it कोई भी लेवल पे हो, इन्वेस्टमेंट कभी बुरा नहीं होता है, इट्स ऑलवेज गुड. स्टार्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट, SIP plus hybrid model like that कि SIP plus whenever the market go down you invest more, additionally top up कर लो. Top up investment is very best idea to grow your wealth in a faster way.
Yes. Even आप 35-40 crores if it cross, then तो it's like अभी पानी सर से ऊपर आने वाला है. So you have to do, because you don't have that much time. You will work for at least 10, 15 or 20 years more. So after 50, because the work culture now we have. Earlier people are working for 10 to 6 or 7, but now there is no time limit or no workload. It's
Not
quite
limit.
different. Yes, yes, there is no limit. So people will fed up at certain age. So if you will be fed up, then you should have something in your hand to quit the job or to live happily after the retirement. So that's the one thing. And one more thing, one more important thing is that I would like to cover. Before starting investment, you just check your financial health, that do you have a proper mediclaim, do you have a life insurance. Because suppose if you will invest certain amount, but if you will not have that much enough amount of that
Mediclaim.
mediclaim, then whatever is the investment, if you will go once in a hospital or twice in a hospital, then it will be ruined, मतलब वो गया पूरा पानी में. So all your investment and anything, so that you need to take care. And earlier it was like that, 2 lakh, 3 lakh, 5 lakh insurance was enough, but now it's not like that kind of. You have to think for the mediclaim after 20 years, that how much will be the cost and all. I'll come.
So
Just a moment, huh?
that's the also important part. You should have to have enough mediclaim. So biggest mistake the corporate guy is doing is that
Yes.
uh, their company is taking care of their mediclaim and they don't buy the
Right.
mediclaim. Now for the what is the biggest the problem with these guys is that when they leave the company na, no mediclaim company will give you them new mediclaim, because after age of 50 this mediclaim limit is getting increased, and mediclaim company are very smart, they don't give you the new fresh mediclaim. So that's why I will advise all the people have your separate mediclaim. It is a must. Before you start investment you should start this.
Right. I think that's a very good advice because a lot of people do this mistake. Right. I think we have covered many areas, and one of
Yes.
the area that also is something at the age of 35, right? Especially in the mid careers, people I have seen is they start investing in education. That is MBA, right? Which cost
Hmm.
them like 15, 20, 25 lakhs. So these kind of investments, when they are doing, how should they plan it well? Because again, that's a big investment that they do in their careers.
Right. So I will say it is good, even if at the age of 35 they are starting with the MBA, and because after that their increment will be in a faster rate. मतलब they will be in a fast lane instead of slow lane. So normal people बोलते हैं ना कि वो 10% increment है, and someone is doing the additional degree, whatever is the additional degree, whether it is PhD, MBA, or बहुत सारे लोग ISB से करते हैं, इंडियन स्कूल ऑफ बिजनेस से MBA करते हैं, दैट्स अ कोर्स फीस ऑफ अराउंड 27 lakhs rupees. So but after coming from there, their new income will be very high, double almost. So I will say go for that, not an issue. For that, if you want to you need to take a loan, take a loan. That's a good loan, that's not a bad loan, because it's an investment. Education investment is the best investment. So take a loan for that. I am okay with that. We will not allow, even आप house loan मत लो, I am okay. But education loan की जरूरत पड़े तो लो, and empower your career whatever it is, because we I never like कि 10% हर बार मुझे increment मिले. My funda was clear in this of job time कि within every 5 years my income should get double. Simple. True. Whether by this company or by the other company, I am okay. बट मेरी इनकम डबल होनी चाहिए. ये कंपनी दे रही है तो ठीक है, वरना किसी और कंपनी के पास जाएंगे. दिस वाज माय थॉट. एंड ये तभी होगा जब आप न्यू कोर्सेज करोगे, न्यू लर्निंग लोगे, न्यू स्किल एक्वायर करोगे, या न्यू स्ट्रीम ऑफ इनकम आप जनरेट करना शुरू करेंगे बाय कंटेंट राइटिंग, बाय डूइंग सम यूट्यूब चैनल ऑन योर नीश एंड ऑल.
सो इवन एजुकेशन लोन का टैक्स में बेनिफिट भी है एनीवेज.
हाँ, सेक्शन 80E is giving you the benefit of education loan के ऊपर आप जितना भी interest pay करते हो, that you can take as a exemption.
And there is no limit for that.
Yeah.
Any cap, like ATC, you have 1 lakh maximum. You can take a benefit of 1,50,000. But for home loan, education loan interest, there is no cap. So you can take a benefit. So it's good.
Great. I think we covered a lot of points here from investment point of view, right? And it was a good discussion. But before we conclude, like, do you want to share any additional tips, right? Especially for corporate professionals who are like today struggling with majorly like getting into debts, loans, and going through a lot of challenges financially. Like, what are the best things that they can do, or one golden tip that can help them to become financially fit and retire stress free?
So I will say, don't be in a trap of FOMO. जो किसी ने किया तो मैं रह गया, because most of the expenses you are doing because of that FOMO only, fear of missing out, that देखा देखी. So that is the one thing. And second thing is that don't work in any organization more than 5 years or 6-7 years. Though you are, if you are if you are increasing your skills, or if you are increasing, or if you are shifting from this particular area to another area, or like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, otherwise after that ऐसा होगा कि not because of the company but because of the comfort zone you will be in that. So after 10-15 years you will not be able to switch anywhere else, and the company that time may feel a burden for because of you, because you are not upgrading. That's the thing.
So basically, not only changing the job, you should keep upgrading yourself by doing any courses. This upgrade, this Udemy करके है, that's Unacademy है. So आप कहीं से भी you upgrade yourself. And the another tip I want to tell on the tax part. So biggest problem with the corporate guy is the tax. They don't have any option to save the tax. And still these people are making a big mistake, is that whenever they are changing the job, they are not declaring their previous employer's income to the new employers. And because of that, what happens, both the company, first older company, the previous employer, and the new employer are deducting a lesser tax. When they go for the filing, let us say they go for the filing on the clear tax, or they are coming to us, when we are calculating the things, we are giving them कि आपको 1 lakh tax भरना है, 2 lakh tax भरना है, and it is like a heartbroken. How this is possible? I paid so much of tax. How is this is something wrong. There is a big mistake you guys are doing. And I was saying, yeah, guys, please understand, whenever you are changing the job, please declare your previous employer's income to the new employer. कुछ जगह पे ऐसा होगा many times कि you don't want to declare कि ये old, I don't want to declare my previous owner's income because मैंने कुछ lie झूठ बोला या whatever it is. In that case, pay the advance tax. Do calculation, take a help of expert if you don't know how to pay the things and all, how to work on that. Take the advice of expert and pay the advance tax 15 June, 15 September, 15 December, and 15 March. These are the 4 days. Before that, you have to pay your advance tax. Let us say total payment is 50,000, then you divide into 4 simply and do this payment like that. So that is what I will advise ki ye mistake people should not do.
Many people are actually, a lot of client with us are, they are paying, so that even that payment of tax is not the pain, but interest which you are paying on that tax, that is biggest pain. People are paying in a thousands and in a lakhs that amount.
So one client last year, she was agree on that ki okay, I understood ki I need to pay the tax, but I'm not going to pay this interest portion. You talk to Modi, I don't know. So I said, see, ma'am, it's not like that. You have used public money. Then you have to pay the interest. You don't have that option कि you don't want to pay interest. That's why you have to take a advance action. And even हम हमारे clients को ना advance में बोलते भाई please आप job change करते हो, please talk to us. We will make the working for you. Make the payment in advance if you don't want to declare your income to new employer. But be the tax compliance. So, but still they do this mistake. Let me tell you, still they do this mistakes.
So वो कुछ लोग क्या करते हैं कि they are doing this by their own only. So when you will pass on this to experts ना, तो experts have that knowledge to fill that gap. तो वो कैसा है कि if you don't want to declare the income, then you calculate and you even the you calculate and you pay the tax and you manage your the taxes, and even you can save that much interest which you are not going to pay that much amount to your CA or your consultant. You will save that much
Right.
amount, huge amount. And the important thing now people are doing, or they are switching the job, or they are taking new job, or in a, we have also few clients every year they are coming to us that this year will be my income, how much will be the investment, how much should be the investment, or how I can save the tax, or how I can. So you do that way also, so that only you will have a clear picture of your income and your expenses and your wealth. Because if you don't know the picture, then how will you change, or how will you do more or do better?
And one last quick advice. I know time is already gone. Only last advice is that whenever you get the increment or whenever you get the hike from the switching the job, consider that only 50% you get as an increment or only 50% of the hike you get. Rest of the money mandatorily आपको invest करनी है. कुछ भी हो जाए, कम आर या पार, whatever is happen, if you got a 10% increment, 5% you have to invest. If you got a 25% hike by switching the job, whatever is the 12.5%, आपको mandatorily उसको habit डाल देनी है कि make this like a habit. एंड आप देखो ये ऐसा बन सकता है ना, ये आपको पता नहीं चलेगा, 2-3 करोड़ ऐसे ही इकट्ठे हो जाएंगे. यू विल नेवर नो फ्रॉम स्टार्टिंग द जॉब फ्रॉम 25 by reaching to 40 it will be more than 1 crore if you just follow this advice.
Stretch your limits,
Stretch the your limit, that's it.
Great. I think all golden nuggets coming from here. And of course, as you rightly said, instead of doing by themselves and wasting a lot of money, which they don't really understand, reaching out to
Right.
experts is the best thing. So if people have to reach out to you, like how do they connect with you, and how they can actually get in touch with you?
you can share
So you can share our mobile number, that's fine, that's the best way to connect us. And our email ID is also there, but better we first talk to them, then we will understand what is their exact requirement, then we will pass it these things to our team who is exactly doing their task.
Right. Great. So, for people who have been watching, we would be sharing the team contact number of Ankita and Drupad. And also, you can follow them on social media, right? Especially on LinkedIn, Facebook. They have been creating content which can help you people. You can get some guidance from there, some quick tips that can help you, right? So, thank you, Ankita and Drupad, for being with us here on the 75th episode of Dream Career Talk Show. Right? And
thank you
thanks
so
everyone
much,
Thank
for
thank you,
you,
watching.
thank you
Fatah
so
sir, for
much.
giving this opportunity.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Right. And thank you everyone for people who have watched us live and for people who are going to watch us later on the recording. And I'm sure this will help you to become financially fit, to start today with small investments, right? Whatever tips you have got from here, because only when you implement, you get results. Listening alone will not help.
Yes,
Definitely.
definitely.
Great. So thank you, Drupad. Thank you, Ankita, once again. And thanks everyone.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.